Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
A man is accused in a fatal shooting and then leading police on a chase involving multiple carjackings this morning. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 tonight. I'm Lena Bleetz. We begin with top stories. Police say a fatal shooting this morning at a North Las Vegas casino led to at least 3 carjackings, an arrest, and several injuries. Review-Journal's Cynthia Puga has the details.
That's right. Metro says it began with fatal shooting at the Aliante Hotel. About 30 minutes after the shooting, police received a call about a car crash near Spring Mountain Road and I-15. They then later learned a person had been carjacked at gunpoint within minutes of that crash. That's when police began their pursuit. They were then alerted about a second carjacking at the drive-thru of a fast food restaurant. Police say the suspect was traveling at upward of 105 miles per hour before crashing into a bus stop at Tropicana and Boulder Highway. 2 people waiting for the bus were injured. One was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police say the suspect then jumped into the back seat of a third car.
Another pursuit, another vehicle being pursued now with the same suspect. In this case, on the last vehicle, he had jumped into the back seat of the car, and then that car fled from the area of Tropicana and Boulder Highway. Officers, again, were in pursuit, were able to catch up to the suspect vehicle at some point, and they utilized the pursuit immobilization technique, and at one point we even rammed that vehicle, and then the suspect was subsequently taken into custody.
This case is still under investigation.
The woman accused of fatally stabbing a 3-year-old girl she was babysitting appears in court. A judge ruled this morning that 41-year-old Marquetta Phillips will be held without bail. She is facing a charge of open murder. The girl's mother, Phelan Whitson, identified her as Journey Ross. Whitson said the girl's father told her he hadn't introduced Journey to anyone.
I didn't even know this woman. She didn't know me. If I would have met her, I would have known. I would have known to not keep her around my child. I was blindsided.
Journey's father, Jeremy Ross, said he and Phillips had an on-again, off-again romantic relationship. The man police say set multiple Tesla vehicles on fire using Molotov cocktails is in custody. 36-year-old Paul Kim was booked into CCDC Wednesday on 15 counts, including suspicion of arson and destroying property of another. He also faces federal charges of unlawful possession of an unregistered firearm and arson, according to court records. He was set to be taken into federal custody Thursday. Metro provided video footage of the incident that damaged at least 5 Teslas at a service center near 215 and Jones on March 18th.
He casually walks over to his first vehicle that's targeted. He will soon put down his backpack onto the ground. And then he transitions to the firearm. And you'll see him shoot into the vehicle. Once he shoots into the vehicle, he ends up going back from the vehicle to the bag and then back to the car, presumably picking up his item that he used to be able to firebomb the vehicle.
FBI Special Agent in Charge Spencer Evans had a message for anyone thinking about similar crimes.
There's nothing courageous or noble about firebombing private property and terrorizing your local community. The self-righteous mob that's cheering you on today to commit acts of violence on their behalf will leave you high and dry and forget about you.
Metro is increasing its presence at Tesla-related locations in the Valley as a precaution. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. The clouds are sticking around overnight, cooling down to the 60s tonight and reaching an overnight low of 63 degrees. Highs in the mid to upper 70s the next 3 days. Looking at partly cloudy skies to end the week with a high of 76 and low of 53 on Friday. Then you can look forward to a sunny weekend, high of 76 and low of 54 on Saturday. And for Sunday, high of 77 and low of 55. Now next week, we may see some rain showers in the back half of the week. Now for business, brought to you by G Bank, your best banking experience ever. Resorts World Las Vegas will pay the second highest fine ever handed down by Nevada gaming regulators. The Nevada Gaming Commission levied a $10.5 million fine against Resorts World and its parent company, Jinting Berhad. The approved settlement between the casino and regulators follows a 2024 complaint by the Gaming Control Board stemming from the property's anti-money laundering compliance failures. According to the terms of the settlement, Resorts World and Jinting do not admit or deny the allegations contained in the complaint.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. I'm Heidi Fang, and UNLV football is back. And so is Dan Mullen. The Rebels coach says he's energized as he returns from a 4-year hiatus from coaching.
There's a lot of things you miss, right? And this is it, like being around the guys, doing all, coaching ball, being on the field, watching guys grow, watching guys develop. You knew you missed it. But, when you get back in it, you realize how much you love it.
UNLV football spring program runs through April.
In Health, brought to you by CenterWell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is ending funding for 2 programs that supported locally sourced food options for Nevada schools and food banks. One of the programs operated Home Feeds Nevada, which supplies food for the state's 2 major food banks, 3 Square Food Bank and the Food Bank of Northern Nevada. The other one funded the local Food for Schools Cooperative Agreement Program. A state official said there is almost $140,000 left to spend on Home Feeds Nevada by June 30th. 3 Square CEO Beth Martino said her food bank could start seeing an impact on its food intake by this summer.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. A bettor at Hard Rock Bet, which doesn't operate in Nevada, is 1 leg away from turning a $5 futures parlay into over $168,000. The gambler needs Duke to win the NCAA men's basketball tournament, and the Blue Devils are the consensus plus 220 favorites. The bettor already hit Tennessee to win the 2024 College World Series, the Dodgers to win the 2024 World Series, Ohio State to win the 2024-2025 College Football Playoff, and the Eagles to win Super Bowl 59. Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. With the Raiders linebacker depth currently in flux, VegasNation.com took a moment to look back at some of the top linebackers in franchise history. Topping the list is Ted Hendricks. The Mad Stork was one of the most physically gifted athletes to play linebacker in the NFL. At 6 feet 7 inches and 220 pounds, was named to the All-Pro team 6 times, made the Pro Bowl 8 times, and was selected to the league's All-Decade team for the 1970s and 1980s. He helped the Raiders to 6 playoff berths and was on all 3 of their Super Bowl winning teams.
In your 7 at 7 lifestyle news, the Waldorf Astoria transforms one of its floors to include a bar and one of the brand's iconic tea lounges. The property unveiled its newly remodeled 23rd floor with designs from Rockwell Group. The lounge serves afternoon tea, small sandwiches and scones, and has floor-to-ceiling windows with views of the Strip. The new bar, named Hard Shake, has dark stone and gold fixtures, offering craft cocktails in small dishes. This comes after the property announced a multi-million-dollar property-wide renovation in late 2023. Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, with live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. 2 veteran entertainers are headlining their first Vegas show together as a duo. LVRJ entertainment columnist John Katzlamidas tells us more.
Andrew and Mike Tierney debuted in Las Vegas as part of Human Nature in May of 2009 at then Imperial Palace, which is today Link Hotel. The brothers are now more like the Everly Brothers as they enter their first ticketed show ever in Las Vegas on May 12th at Grand View Lounge at South Point Hotel Casino. This is the first time the brothers have performed in Las Vegas this way, but Human Nature will continue to perform as a trio in South Point Showroom and as a quartet in Australia. But the Tierney brothers are mixing originals and some doo-wop and classic rock and roll in this adventure at Grandview.
Thanks for watching 7 at 7 tonight. Watch 7 at 7 twice a day, Monday through Friday, and search Review Journal to follow us on your favorite streaming platform. See you tomorrow morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock v. Injury Law.